Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be looking at how can you make the perfect backswing. How can you fix your backswing for good? And we're going to be concentrating on your lead arm. So no matter if you're a left or right-handed player, you can learn so much from today's video. So for this video, we're going to start off by showing you what tends to go wrong for most people. And I'm going to concentrate on just doing this with my lead hand. So if you're a right-handed player, just get your left hand on the club. If you're a left-handed player, just get your right hand on the club. Now, the two common areas that I see where people go wrong: hands work out, club head works in, club face really starts to open through this backswing. Other things that I see is this standing up and lifting, and this big gap created between our chest, or my logo, and the arm. If we look at what we want as our ideal, what we're really looking for when we're trying to work on our backswing is hands in, left arm on the side of the body or right arm on the side of the body if you're a left-handed player, to the top. Again, not a big space, nice and small. So what I want you to do to learn this is really nice and simple. And you know what's going to be good about this is we have to bring out the mini golf club. This could be my new one length, everybody. No, in all seriousness, this is absolutely perfect. So what I want you to do is, for this drill, is I want you to get it in your lead hand, and I want you to grab your forearm of your lead arm like this, okay? So going over the golf ball. So what I said I see for a lot of players is this motion. Arm moving away, or forearm really opening that club face out, or both happening at the same time. Now, as we know in the downswing, we've got to make a lot of compensations in order to get this correct. So, standing over the golf ball now, in golf posture, what I want you to work on here is not feeling any forearm movement until our hands get up to hip height. So, to start our golf swing, hands work in, club head works out. This distance between my left arm and my chest, or my logo, isn't getting bigger, it's staying roughly the same. Now, you're going to soon realise this is actually requiring you to get a little bit more turn to start your golf swing. Rather than your arms being the driver, your turn is now being the driver, okay? So the first point is here. Second point is, I want you to feel as though you're pointing your thumbs to the sky. So you can see now I've set that golf club. I've not rolled it. I've not felt any forearm roll through this point. I'm keeping that club face square, and I'm feeling the thumbs point to the sky. Now, what you will feel is, if you watch my wrist closely here, there is an element of this motion, this motion. So keeping it like this. It's not forearm roll, an arm working over. It's a little bit of this motion. It's not a roll of the arm over. It's a little bit of this motion. So in, one, thumbs to the sky. Again, we're not looking for this to happen. To the top. And other things you can check here: nice flat lead wrist, nice club face in a neutral position. So how could you learn that feeling? What essentially is it we're after? Well, if you put your club up here, we want to make, from this point of view, let's get the thumbs to the sky, isn't it? But we know the club head is starting down here. So there's going to be an element of this, an element of this. So watch that closely. Element of this and this. Bring that all in together. That is how I want you to feel, as though we're setting the golf club. So it's important that we understand it's not coming from here, it's coming from here, okay? Really important point that, in order to bring in the perfect way to start your swing, but also how do you fix your backswing for good. Because if you look at it this way, if I concentrate on moving this golf club just with my lead arm, so many benefits are going to become of this, because straight away I've got to move this golf club correctly. It's got to be on balance, because soon this feels really heavy, a lot of pressure down this side, and if I was the opposite way, a lot of pressure down this side. It makes it hard for you to move the golf club correctly. So if I was really telling you now, what I want you to do is this, to build it into sort of a more flowing motion, Arm on the side of the body, a little bit of roll, a little bit of set, up. Now remember, that comes from the forearm area, not the elbow and the arm working off the body. Up, both hands on, swing it away. So you can see there, I'm working through a very structured backswing. So taking this to the golf course, this is the bit where we're like, right, okay, I want to be in that situation where I know where that club is. I know what I'm looking for. So we need to sort of build this now into, once we've done a little bit of a one-arm motion, realizing that this is not the driver, realizing that this, a little bit of this, and this is our driver. We can then stand over the golf ball and work through those points with both hands on the club. And I would build this into your pre-shot routine. So before every shot, whether it was with a driver, whether that's with an iron, bring this in. So I'd work on these 2 checkpoints to the backswing. 1, hands in, club head out, set, hands in the middle of the chest, and just forget about the rest, turn it to the top. I can guarantee you, if you start this first foot to 2 feet of your golf swing correctly, the rest of this takes care of itself. Now, if the backswing's better, the downswing's more likely to be in a better situation. And we all know what that means is more control of this, more control of this, more control of this, better shots down that fairway. So into my pre-shot routine, 1, 2, practice swing. Now I'm into my shot. I'm picturing the shot that I want to hit, and I'm in. Hit that golf ball away. Get a great feeling. Now what I want to do is just leave you with another option on this drill, okay? So if you're not feeling that you like that drill with both hands on that golf club, or even one hand on the golf club, you feel like you get a little bit lost, grab a mini golf club again here, grab an alignment stick, and I want this running up your left hand side. If I had my golf ball down on the ground here, these are the checkpoints I'd want you to feel. Keep the alignment stick on the side of the body, hands have worked in, this has been my driver, this is clearly not working off. I then have that feeling of a little bit of roll and a little bit of set. So again, I want to make you really clear on this. Watch this. This is the motion. I feel like it's coming from here. It's not this way. So 1, 2, to the top, in. A real great way of, if you don't like the first 2, and do give these 3 a try, because you will favour one more than the other, you will get a better feeling from one more than the other. And remember, these tips are for you to go and try, for you to go and bring feelings in on your golf game, and that's how you really start to improve. Thanks so much for joining me today. That is today's tip for the backswing. Don't forget, we have daily tips that really help you improve.